the industry segment all over in India. Okay, so coal-based power plants. So we have already studied the growth rate, so we are not discussing here. But one more interesting thing about the coal rate, this thermal power plant based on the coal, it's PLF. Okay, it is a power load factor. It is a central unit, state unit, or private unit. Its production capacity year on year decreasing. इसका मतलब नहीं है कि decreasing. It is a negative. May we are not utilizing, may it is not utilized due to the various factor, that is may unavailability of the coal, or may due to the aging machinery are that much old that cannot utilize above the certain levels. Yes, third possibility, it is not required to utilize because electricity is available from the different sources. Rather than coal, now electricity available from the wind, from the solar. So may probable a coal plant government is utilizing up to the required point. But fact is that PLF is reducing. इसका जो यूटिलाइजेशन है ईयर ऑन ईयर रिड्यूस हो रहा है. नाउ प्लांट की इकोनॉमी के लिए वन गुड थिंग इज दैट टैरिफ रेट इज इंक्रीजिंग ईयर ऑन ईयर. सो प्रोडक्शन कम हो रहा है, दैट इज ओके, बट अगेंस्ट पैसा ज्यादा मिल रहा है फॉर द जनरेशंस, सो इट्स रिमेन्स अ बैलेंस इकोनॉमी. सही है, प्रोडक्शन कम कर रहे हैं कोई बात नहीं, बट उसके अगेंस्ट में पैसा ज्यादा मिल रहा है, टैरिफ अच्छा मिल रहा है. nowadays in range of the 4 rupees. It is an average, okay, not each and every plant, but the coal plant के लिए जो आज की डेट में एवरेज है, it is in range of the 3.91 rupees per unit. So this is a range. किसी प्लांट को मिलता है 3.52 या मैक्सिमम 4.3 rupees per generations. So it is again one more important factors when we are doing the valuations. What is the average tariff rate? Yeah, what is a PPA, purchase price agreement, at which rate producer is selling energy to the other. Okay, so this is a good thing for the coal. Production reduce हो रहा है, but उसकी जो pricing है increase हो रही है. If we discuss about the overall coal plant, thermal coal plant, installed in India, so it is in numbers. Okay, so 210 megawatts के in range of the 130 plants है, turbines है इंडिया में. 250 megawatts के in range of the 66 turbines है. 300 के range में 32 turbines है, और higher capacity में 5 megawatts के 86, 6 megawatt के 44, 66 के 62 and 800 मेगावाट के 90. मतलब ईयर ऑन ईयर हमारी जो टर्बाइन कैपेसिटी है इंक्रीज हो रही है. एंड एज ए वैल्यूअर एटलीस्ट ये रेंज की के बारे में वी हैव टू, इसका कॉस्टिंग क्या होता है, फंक्शनिंग क्या होता है, वर्किंग क्या होता है. ओके, नाउ इन द टर्बाइन और से इन टर्म्स ऑफ द थर्मल पावर प्लांट, और देयर इज अ 3 कैटेगरीज आर आल्सो अवेलेबल. दैट इज द कन्वेंशनल, सब क्रिटिकल, क्रिटिकल. Okay, so major plant above the 600, 660 or 800 are classified as a critical thermal power plant. Okay, there is critical has that own advantage of energy efficiency. We are not discussing this part here, but as a valuer, at least we know कि भाई कितनी रेंज का काम हो सकता है, और इसके बारे में एज ए वैल्यूअर मुझे पता होना चाहिए. If we are making this capacity in the range, so 200 to 30 megawatts के turbine है, it is in range of the 27%. Above 500 जो capacities के है, it is a 42%. Okay, so at least as a valuer, whatever the blue dotted, we have to know about that range. ये turbine कैसे काम कर रहा है, या ऐसे thermal power plant जहाँ पे above 500 megawatts के टर्बाइन लगे हैं, वो कैसे काम कर रहे हैं, या what should be a replacement cost, या what should be its operational cost, या what should be its value, how to determine the value. Okay. Then these are some references for the replacement cost of a coal power plant. Okay, it is a references. So some of the power plant was installed with capacity is cost, actual or estimated cost, and is cost per the megawatts. So today, if you want to, as on today, if you want to establish or develop new thermal power stations, so its cost will may in range of the 7 crore to 8.5 crores per megawatt. That include a land, building, plant and machinery and other facility all. Okay, it may vary based on the availability of the railway facilities, but in range of the 7 crore to the 8.5 crores per megawatt is a one fair range to find a replacement cost of a thermal power plant as on today. Okay, and these are some references that is developed by some private companies or central government company or state government's company. And the cost breakup of this power plant. So major cost goes to the BTG, that is called the boiler, turbine and generators. Then BOP, that's a balance of rather than boiler, generator and turbines. Civil work for plant and machinery and other. Erection commissioning cost, pre-operative cost, inertial place, control and instrumentations and land. And these are the more breakup. Okay, so civil work almost 11%, mechanical work may main plant 66%, again this steam turbine, coil generating plant. In this range, again, keep in the mind, it is based on an average figure out. May for the specific unit, this value vary. It is an average of whatever the 30 or 40 power plant we have studied for the developments of this range. Okay, so these are the cost breakup. So if you want to find the replacement cost of a thermal power plant, this cost breakup you may use. So your answer may write in an average. Okay. Again, capacity. About 72% turbine and boiler in India developed by the bill. Okay, it is an Indian company. Then about 10% is developed by the Chinese company, particularly those who have developed after the 2010. Okay, once upon a time, 2003 to 2014, there's a good time or golden time for the thermal power plant. Many private players enter into this business for the thermal power plant. And that time, BHEL has not capacity to manage, to produce that. So some of the producers goes to the China. Very few are by the L&T, Alstom, Siemens, and some of the by the Russian companies, some of the by Toshibas or Hitachi, but that capacity is a little bit lower. Okay, so major section in a coal thermal power plant, you will find the coal handling unit, boiler, turbine, ash handling plant, ESP, electrostatic precipitator, and FGD, water circulation cycle, water intake cycle, water and effluent treatment plant, chimney, console system, cooling tower, and this are done. Okay, so here we are studying about the micro. What in the plant? What is the cost of the plant? What is the cost breakup of the plant? Okay. Again, these are the top 10 player in the thermal powers. Okay, it is not player. It is our. I look as a. It is our client. कि कहाँ से मुझे काम मिल सकता है. Okay, so these are age. In terms of the capacity, okay, so about 1 to 2%, or these are the capacities, about 3,300 megawatts power plant has a reach in between the 41 to 45 years. ये पुराने हो चुके हैं. Same 5% or say 1,000 megawatt power plant 36 to 40 years के हैं. 31 to 35 के बीच में 6%, 26 to by this person. मतलब those who are above the 20 years old may discarded in next 5 to 7 years. Okay, so 6 to 10 years के it is almost 42%. नए जो install हुए हैं 1 to 5 years में जो है इसकी एज 1 to 5 years है, इसकी 14% 30,000 megawatts के है. So this capacity, yeah, we can say 5 plus 6, 11, 17, 18 to 20% thermal power plant may discarded in a next future. So your percentage will be reduced from 45% to 33% in a overalls. Yeah. So any doubt or questions now in a thermal power plant, coal power plant के बारे में किसी को कुछ भी पूछना हो तो we can discuss. Okay, these are the information, yeah, data that we required valuer for the execution. सही है, ये सब पता नहीं होगा तो what we will do? Yeah, any questions? Okay, so we are shifting over the solar plant. बहुत easy है. But obviously your coal thermal power plant is a complex design, complex to operate, okay, complex to maintain, complex for the procurement of the raw material day-to-day basis. But solar plant is a quite bit easy operations.
So this solar plant can be done by land and building valuer?
Every plant, in India, there are two categories, land and building, plant and machinery. But value is a not independent land and building or plant and machinery. Okay. Just lastly, we are not lastly, before the 6 or 7 months, we find one assignments that's related to the thermal power plant. So 2 valuer was appointed. One of the team was from our side, who are doing the land building and plant and machinery valuation. We are doing the both categories. Okay. And second valuer is there's a split. One is doing a land building, other is doing plant and machinery.
Okay.
Okay. So now end of the exercise, we arrived at in range of the 1,000 crore rupee as a value. There's a combined value of land building, plant and machinery. And second team, one valuer doing the land and building, other doing the valuer of plant and machinery. They sum up with the 2,500 crore. Almost 2.5 times with us. We have delivered 1,000 crore. They delivered 2,500 crore. So there's a wide difference in the value. So we both get the cross examinations. There are no issues. Now, what land and building valuers do that in that exercise? Okay, they are not wrong. They are appointed for the land and building valuation. But for the valuation of a land, they make the inquiry in a surrounding area and same rate adopted for the valuation of land. Okay, so land was available in range of the 1 crore per acre, and they derive the value of a land in range of the 1,600 crore, which is a more value than land building and plant delivered by us. Now, so they've become 2,500 crores. Because they do the valuation of land independently, assuming that land is open and open land available nearby at 1 crore rupees per acre. But now a question is that if I am going to sell the land, is anyone give me a 2,500 crore rupees? No. They are not looking a land. Yeah, they are not looking a building. Yeah, they are not looking a plant and machinery. They are looking what I will earn from this plant and machinery. Yeah, this plant. This is a combination of land building and plant and machinery and other asset. अगर मुझसे मैं 1,000 रुपया कमा सकता हूं तो I will not pay 1,000 रुपया. मैं 1,000 रुपया कमाने वाला हूं तो I will pay 900 or 800 rupees. Okay. So question is that when we are developing the value individual as a component, land building and the plant and machinery, is some justify the value for a transaction. So that is a drawback. They are doing the good thing. Okay. At their reports, they are right. All the thing was mentioned in the report. But after an entire exercise, the club value do not match with the market response. Clear? So yeah. So this story we have already, okay. So year on year going up, capacity additions is going down. Now pricing of the, okay, this solar plant, main factor in the valuation we have to keep in the mind, the pricing of the solar modules or solar plant are decreasing year on year. Once upon a time, 2011-12, solar plant cost was in range of the 12 to 13 crore per megawatt. Okay, in this region, 11-12 May. Nowadays, if you want to establish solar power plant, its cost is in range of the 3.8 to 4.2 crore per megawatt, almost 1/3 cost. Okay, cost of installations of solar plant are decrease year on year. Similarly, due to the cost decrease, the tariff rate of the solar plant, what you are getting from the solar plant is a decreased. Okay. Once upon a time, government making the purchase price agreement in range of the 12 rupees. Now government is making an agreement in range of the 2 to 3 rupees. Okay. Because cost of establishment is reduced. Okay. The simple solar power plant hai. So you will find the solar panels. Okay, solar systems, solar cell बनेंगे, solar cell से module बनेंगे. Combination of the numbers of modules make a solar plant. So solar plant में you will find electric meters, isolator, fuse box, inverter, battery, charger, generator meter, isolation cable, and these are the. Okay, so these are the component of the solar plant. Again, the efficiency of the solar plant is in range of average of India is a 16 to 70% PLF. While your thermal plant average is utilized above the 50%. So that's why install capacity higher than also is generation capacity PLF or say in a solar plant is a CUF is a lower. And it's required a large parcel of land. Again, advantage is that it do not require any raw materials and operation cost is a lower. Okay, so these are the again some costing of solar plants that recently we have observed. So in range of the as on today, in range of the 3 crores, 3.8 crore to the 4.2 crores as a fair range for the development per megawatt of the solar plants. Okay, so it is the cost breakup of the solar plants. So, but obviously, major cost is for the solar modules or say photovoltaic modules. Again, you will find that cost of the land is in range of the 3% of total project cost. Same in the power plant, it is in range of the 1% for the thermal power plant. Okay, so these are the upcoming. Okay, these are the upcoming, which is already sanctioned or under development. Okay, these are the already sanctioned and under developments. So in a solar module, you will find that majorly import by the Chinese, they be made Longi, Jinko, China, all rising. Nowadays, solar modules are also manufactured in India. That is manufactured by the Adani, Vari, Vikram Solar, Tata Power, VNG, Premium Energies. They are manufacturing the solar modules. Solar inverters, still date, we are depend for the import from the Sungrow, Science, Huawei, Premier, Kehu, Soils, Vari. EPC contract, who is building this solar plant in India. So majorly Tata Power Solar, Sterling Missile, Mahela Testing, B Electric, Siemens, Prisma, Race Power Infra, Bale, and these are the EPC contractor who are developing, who are making the erection, commissioning, and procurements for the solar plant in India. Okay, yeah. Any doubt in a solar? So we can discuss. Okay, I have not record of this PLF factor year on year. Okay, presentation mein nahi hai, but I have records. But solar power plants nowadays in India averagely 70% CUF, capacity utilization factor.
Sir.
Yeah.
So now, because of development in technology, different types of cells are used in solar, like
Yeah,
compared with
polythene and multi-layer.
yeah. And one more, I forgotten the name, Flexi one. They are upcoming. So there will be a huge difference in cost.
Yeah, there is a no huge difference in the cost, but there is a difference in the efficiency.
Yes.
Nowadays, the multi-layer polythene are available and the Flexi is a still upcoming stage. So they can generate the electricity in a night also, but not
Yeah.
that much efficient, but they can generate the in a night also, and their efficiency is little bit more.
Yeah.
So as on today, whatever the average efficiency is the 17%, that may be a rise up to the 24%. That is a good jump. Almost 50% more
Yes.
electricity generations available from the new solar modules.
Exactly.
Okay, so your old solar module is a suffering by the obsolescence.
Yes.
Till date, it is a suffering by the obsolescence.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, welcome. Okay, anyone more? Okay, so wind power, it is a wind turbine, very simple. So these are the capacities and all the things. So it is okay. Its tariff is almost in range of the solar, okay, in range of the 2.5 rupees to 3 rupees. While comparison to thermal, its tariff rate in range of the 4 rupees. Okay, so economy is a better still in a thermal due to the higher tariff rate and due to the higher PLF. So these are the cost breakup for the wind turbine. If you are going to develop as on today, so your wind turbines will in range of the 6.5 crore to 7.75 crore per megawatt. Again, it is a more costlier than solar and a little bit minor difference between the thermal. But selections of a location, yeah, availability of location is a matter in a wind. You cannot develop a wind farm anywhere if you are not finding the suitable speed of wind and consistency of wind. So normally this area is a western coastal of India. Okay. So these are the by capacity. So in India, okay, 2 megawatts number of megawatts, 1.1 megawatts and more megawatts now available. Okay, so as a valuer, at least we have to knowledge about the 2 megawatt or more than 8 megawatt turbine value, turbine functioning, turbine characteristics. Okay, so major capacity in between the 2 megawatt to 2.5 megawatts is capacity in range of the 8.3 megawatt, 8.3 gigawatts. Okay, number of the windmill is a 70,000 in this range. So as a valuer, we must know all the things about 2 megawatt and above, its pricing, and what are the other factor or characteristic that affect the value. Just like in a solar plant we discuss, okay, due to the new technology available, multi-layer polythene silicon chips are now available, which can generate more efficiency, more electricity compared to old one. So old plant is suffering due to the obsolescence because it is not capable to generate sufficient electric. Yes, CUF. So again, you find that we are finding CUF, availability of the solar plant, whatever the electricity generator and solar plant, it is during a day only. In a night, they are not generating the electricity. And whatever they're generating, majorly they are consumed for the auxiliary purpose. Okay, so night energy is delivered by the thermal power plant or nuclear power plant. Same thing in a turbine, sorry, in a wind turbine. Okay, its maximum electricity is available in range of the May to September, where they are producing highest efficiency. During the other period, they are producing, working as less efficiency. At the time also, there is a substitutions energy, thermal should be there. Okay, so we are increasing the capacity of wind turbine or a solar because in its limitations. The solar cannot generate the electricity at night, and we cannot store the electricity. Whatever during a day is generated, we cannot store for the night. It is a transmitted and it should be a consumed. If we are not consumed, then it will be a loss. Okay. So that's why supplement is required. Till date, okay, we are not reaching that capacity. Okay, through the wind and solar, we can operate the entire India. Okay, so same.
In case of solar, battery is used to store the energy.
But yeah, but we are in a developing technologies. Battery is used to store, but up to some gigawatt. Okay, kilowatt. We are not storing the gigawatt.
Okay.
So battery storage is under development technology. If we can store energy at least for 12 hours, so we can utilize for the day. Yeah, next day or at night. So it is a developing technology. And India, we are saying now there's who is a minister, but we will become an export of the energy. So exporting the energy, this energy storage, or maybe in form of the hydrogen. So government is working on it, and many other countries are also working on it. So how to store the energy which is generated by the wind or solar and utilize when in absence of the thermal.
Sir, is there any thumb rule to find out the depreciation in case of solar system?
There is no any thumb rule in a valuation.
Okay.
That thumb rule is developed by the valuer for its convenience. Okay, theory mein there is no any thumb rules. Okay, so no, there is no any thumb rules. Okay, so again, some economics, whatever the tariff fetched by the governments as on today. So we are finding that in range of the 2.69 to 3 rupees. Okay, same for the hybrid. Nowadays, new trend, that is a combination of the wind plus solar. Okay, so there are some hybrid biddings are was, sir, and it's economic. Okay. So purchase price agreement, purchase price tariff rate, it is one of the important factor when doing the valuation. Okay, some states. So again, Tamil Nadu is a leading state, Gujarat, Maharashtra, and that number of windmills. So maximum number of windmills in India belongs to Suzlon. Then Siemens, RRB, Vestas. In terms of the capacity, also Suzlon, then Siemens, Vista, Inox, GE. So at least about the Suzlon or Siemens as a valuer, we have to know. Okay, which are the series of windmills Suzlon has produced? Yeah, which are the series of Siemens has produced? Because you will find many times during your assignment if you are doing in the wind turbine. Okay, any questions? Okay, it's economy, it's costing, it's power factors, its limitations, number, manufacturers, all things. What do you know about the as a valuer looking for the wind turbine? Yeah, windmill.
Sir,
okay. Anyone knowing a difference between the windmill and wind turbine? Okay, commonly we are speaking about the windmill.
सर ये जो विंडमिल पावर जनरेशन है, ये जो May to August, it is producing maximum energy.
Yeah, because because it is a May to August, it is a sunny, major summer. You will find the good velocity of wind. Okay.
Yes.
And in winter, you are not finding good velocity of wind. That's
Okay,
why.
but that winter and rainy and summer season, it varies from place to place
Hmm,
also.
hmm.
So Tamil Nadu is the major advantage. That is why it is more
Yeah,
there.
Sir,
Tamil
moreover,
Nadu.
direction of wind also changes in summer and winter.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
yes.
if we start from the Kerala, Goa, and Tamil Nadu, their windmill producer is enjoying benefit of the location. They are
Correct.
more producing energy during a year compared to the Maharashtra and Gujarat. Because in Maharashtra and Gujarat, in a rainy season or in a winter, we have not find a sufficient wind energy, speed of the wind and consistency of wind. So yes, South India is enjoying little bit advantage in a windmill. And even you find that if you look at this, so Tamil Nadu has a highest capacity because it is a best suitable locations for the power generations from the windmill. Okay, then Karnataka.
So similar effect is there during the rainy season for solar energy also, right?
Yeah, but in the solar, it is a minimum variation in the CUF, capacity utilization factor. But obviously, where you are not planning, just like in Gujarat and Maharashtra, you finding the more cloud in the winter, monsoon. While in Rajasthan, you will not find more cloud in the winter. So Rajasthan is the most suitable for the solar. Even in Rajasthan, you have find more barren land compared to other state. Okay, in form of the desert.
Sir, now coming to the your earlier this one. Now you are our guru, but I am not questioning. There we have predicted that the solar energy will go to 33% production. So global warming is the effect of all this uncertain rain, uncertain wind, all these things. So on what basis it was considered 33%?
Okay, it is a already section capacity, and out of this, many are under development.
Okay.
Okay, this is a section के project allot हो गए हैं. The government already allots project to the various power producer. Okay, and many of the producers start that erection commissioning also.
Yes, sir.
Okay, if we have heard this before a year about this Mukesh Ambani, they are going to develop Asia's largest solar manufacturing facility in the Jamnagar, and they are planning to develop 50 gigawatt, their own 50 gigawatt solar plant. Okay, so many things are under progress section. This is based on the section capacity. Okay, this project will be completed up to the 2030. So in a 2030, this will be a scenario. At the same time, government has already in a thermal power plant, central and state government already started to dismantle or to make him retired from the services. So step by steps, state government and central government whose age is more than 25 or whose efficiency or economy is little bit poor, so they will try to retire. Okay, nowadays NTPC or many government PSU also developing solar plant. Even BAIL nowadays, BAIL, who is a manufacturer of the turbines and boiler, is shifting now his services in the solar.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah.
Sir, is it possible to have a valuation report without name in case of solar plant?
Yeah, it is possible if you pay me the same fee whichever I get from my client.
तो आप नहीं दोगे ना? Sir, without name है कुछ discount दे देना इनको.
सही है, but
Sir.
these are the data you have.
Yes.
देखिए, in your report, what is the matter? Okay, by what you have to write in the report is a mention already. Okay, this point you have to mention. But now matter is only how you are representing.
Yes.
सही है. So it is a based data, how your analysis data, what is availability of the data, how you analyze it, and what you conclude it. Okay,
Yes.
for writing, it is a, yes, there is some point related to technical writing, but I think so. If you are doing the Google, so 3 or 4 reports available on the website that is produced by some of the MNC of India, and that they have submitted to the SEBI, and this report are now available for the public domain. Okay, so you can follow the same format. Do Google, you will find.
We will be able to get the PPT for this also.
Yeah, you will get PPT. Okay, but not PPT, PDF. But data
Sir,
set.
sir, during last visit,
Yeah.
just in front of UPCL, there is a Suslon. You might have observed it in Mangalore, Padavidri.
Yeah. Okay, so next we are going for the hydro. We have lagging now. So hydro, we have already studied, that is the capacity generations and growth rate. So costing of the hydro. Okay, costing of the hydro nowadays in range of the 8.4 crore to the 13 crore per megawatt. So hydro project cost is largely vary from location to locations and size of project. It is not like that, just like in a wind, you can say it is in range of the 7 or 7.5 crore per megawatt. In solar, you can say it is a 3.8 or 4 crore per megawatt. No, in a hydro, you cannot say that like that. Its range is a widely vary from project to project. So these are some average cost which had found that during the last few years for the hydro projects. Okay, so, and its number of stations and total capacity. So from the 25 megawatts to 100 megawatts, in a number of station is a 50% and capacity is 30%. 100 to 500 megawatt, about 36% is number of stations and total capacity is at 38%. Same 500 to 1000, 11% capacity. Megawatt, these are above 1000, very few there, 2%, and total capacity is this. So these are some data about the estimated cost of hydropower stations. Okay, nowadays hydropower station is not like in a year you will find there is a 2 or 3 project installed, just like a solar or wind. Okay, just recently government has announced NHPC and combinations with that JV SJVN. They are going to develop some power station in the Jammu Kashmir and Ladakh. So, okay, so its cost is in range of the 11 crore per megawatt. We recently get news of it. So its project cost is vary from the location to location and cost. Here you find that is project cost is in range of the 20 crores per megawatts, maybe due to the different types of structures. Okay, so overall cost breakups. So mainly major cost is for the civil structure that is converted into the dam. Okay, so major component of the civil structure may be a dam, inlet structure, head channel, surge tank, penstock, powerhouse, tailstocks, okay, where the major costs are attributed as a part of the machinery. Okay, mainly it is a turbine and generator, then cooling system, drainage systems, control systems, transformer, HVAC systems, LT panels, DC breakers, and power and control cables. They are the main cost as a part of the plant and machinery. Major turbines in India, you will find belongs to the BAIL, Toshiba, Turbostrom, PowerMax, Dongle. In a generator, you will find the Siemens, ABB, BAIL, Toshiba, Wedge. Nowadays, these are companies not available, but earlier they have produced RB Hydro, Canadian General, Alstrom, and Hitachi. So these are the manufacturer of a turbine and generator you will find in the hydro stations of the India. Okay, so overall, after making a macro identification and micro identifications, okay, we can say what is about the cost. Solar is a costliest, cheapest, but its generation is a lower. Okay, it day-to-day maintenance cost is also lower, and in future upcoming mean range of the 60% to 70% upcoming. Okay, the 43 already sanctioned or granted. So overall, scenes of your all power stations is cost, is operating cost, what is a PLF, what is a tariff rate available for type of power plant. So one competitive your mind you have to apply while doing evaluations. Okay, advantage over each other you have to compare. Why investor do not invest in a solar or in a wind when you are doing the valuation of thermal? Why investor do not purchase solar plant instead of wind plant? What is the advantage or disadvantage over it? You have to think over it, because your substitute may affect your value. Okay. So here is a risk profile. Today, gas base is the highest risk and solar is a lowest risk. Applicable laws. So governing related to the generation of the Electricity Act, National Electric Policy, Grid, National Tariff Policies, related to environment, related to taxations, and related to the legislations. Mainly, this upper 5 laws affect the valuations, okay, which is related to the operation of the plant. Yeah, valuations. Okay. So for the valuations, we have 3 approach, very easy. उसके बारे में कुछ सोचना नहीं है. We have market approach, we have cost approach, or we have income approach. And methodology. Again, we have very limited methodology that may go for the cell comparison. In a market approach, we may go for the depreciated replacement cost method. In a cost approach, discounted cash flow method in an income approach. But each and every time when we are doing the valuation process, we have to think about is we are doing the valuation on the hypothetical based transaction or actual based transactions. Okay, we have to do the market and marketability analysis. Okay, why we study the macro identification of the entire is if I am putting a one thermal power plant today, is anyone buy it or not? If you study the entire market, then you can give the answer. Okay, someone will buy or someone will not buy, and why will not buy or why will buy. Okay, so you have to make the analysis of market and its marketabilities. What is the product and in market power generate karta hai, but gas se power generate karta hai. If I am putting a gas based power plant today for the sale, I am doing the valuation and I am thinking, okay, if I am going to put the any gas based power plant today for the sale, will someone purchase or not? If someone purchase, why purchase? If not, then why not purchase? So each segment or source of energy has advantage and disadvantage over it. So we have to think. Okay, then profitability. Valuation is a concept of the economy nowadays more than the technicality. पैसा बनेगा तो value रहेगी. Okay, so these are the thought line should be while doing the valuation. Okay, so then आपके approaches may affected why you are appointed. Purpose of what is the valuation? Why you are appointing for the valuations? Plant कितना बड़ा है? Size of unit or group. But obviously, higher plant many times will become a more marketable. Small plant become a more marketability. Okay, it is based on the market conditions. Then profitability of the unit. It is but obviously if profit profit making unit will sell highly, more fastly, rapidly compared to the loss making unit. Okay. Then factor to the value, effective age that we discussed during the thermal power station, balance economic life, obsolescence or marketability, availability of the raw material, particularly for a coal power plant and gas power plant. Fuel supply agreements, it will consistent availability of the raw material not. Purchase price agreement, matlab whatever I will produce, is there is any consumer or not. That is a permanent agreement for the consumptions or not. Okay. So these are the factors that affect the power plant value most. Okay, so you can go for the cost approach if it is a profitable unit. You can go for the market approach if you find us reliable market transactions. You can go for the income approach in absence of the profitability issues. Okay, profit nahi karta hai, so rather than going cost, rather than going the cost approach, income approach is a give you a better answer. Okay, so during the site inspections, what we have to do? So there's a micro identification. बड़ा about the industry क्या पढ़ना है? Target industry, status of safety and environment regulations, date of commissioning, services, location of the plant and machinery, process descriptions, and this all are the we have to identify during the site inspection. Same about the micro identification, about the asset. Okay, manufacturer, trademark, model, serial number, capacity, certification of the legal compliance. This all are our micro identifiers. What we have to do during the site inspection? What is the data that we have to collect during the site inspection? Okay, that is the micro identification and macro identifications. Okay, so the property may freehold or leasehold or as an investment or operational asset held in a special purpose register or a trust or a company. Your asset may be anything. That may be a freehold, that may be a leasehold, that may be an investment property or operational asset or a special vehicle purpose or a trust or a company. You may appoint for a pre-constant, pre-construction, mid-construction, post-construction, mature trading or end of life. Okay, you may appoint at end of life also. But discard karna hai. What is the value? Okay. So you can adopt the direct method, comparison method. You can adopt the residual value method. You can adopt the profit method. You can adopt the DCR method. You can adopt the investment method. That is a DCF method. And these are the list of documents that we can demand for doing evaluations. That may be related to the land. That may be related to the company. Related to the building. That may be related to the plant and machinery. That may be related to the operation data. That may be related to historical data. That may be related to the intangible asset, just like a purchase price agreement or the fuel supply agreements or control over the agreement. Incentive available for the productions or incentive available for the putting a plant here. Okay? So this all are data. Document required for the valuer for the further process.
Friends, I want to concentrate on the previous slide जो संजय सर ने अभी बताया है. आपने अभी 3 डिसीजंस देखे हैं IBBI के. बहुत जल्दी 3 डिसीजंस आए हैं, 2 RVs के खिलाफ और 1 RVE के खिलाफ. तो ये जो डॉक्यूमेंट्स सर ने बताए हैं, ये इन केस ऑफ लैंड एंड बिल्डिंग एंड प्लांट एंड मशीनरी, आप किसी के भी एसेट क्लास के वैल्यूअर हैं, डॉक्यूमेंटेशन आपके लिए बहुत जरूरी है. अगर डॉक्यूमेंटेशन आपके पास नहीं है तो कल को आप क्रॉस क्वेश्चनिंग के पैरामीटर के अंदर आ सकते हैं. और अभी जैसा कि आपने देखा कि अथॉरिटी सीओ मोटो लेते हुए इंस्पेक्शन अपने आप कर रही है. If you have not done any valuation, then it is far better than doing any wrong valuation. क्यों सर?
या सही बात है।
तो इसीलिए अपने आप को सेफ बचा के रखिए। जैसा कोरोना में था, कीप डिस्टेंस, ये आप किसी भी हाईवे पर जाएंगे वहां पर लिखा रहेगा कीप डिस्टेंस। तो कीप डिस्टेंस का मतलब यही है, अपनी ऐसी हर चीज से आप डिस्टेंस बनाकर रखें जो खतरनाक हो सकती है। नॉट इवन द व्हीकल बट इन प्रोफेशन ऑल्सो। अगर आपने कोई भी गलत रिपोर्ट दे दी तो वो एक्सीडेंट से भी ज्यादा खतरनाक है फॉर योर रेपुटेशन, फॉर योर प्रोफेशन, फॉर योर कैरियर। तो इसके बारे में आगे डिस्कस करेंगे। आई डोंट वांट टू डिस्टर्ब संजय सर। सॉरी सर।
नहीं नहीं कोई बात नहीं, सही है, बाद में बात करते हैं। बस आई कंप्लीट माय सेशन। मुझे भी ऐसा लगता है अभी आई थिंक मोर, कोई बात नहीं।
यस
So,
सर, यस प्लीज।
when you are doing the valuation of land, so valuation of land is the most puzzling element. Okay.
सर
You are
हमारा
doing
नाम नहीं अटेंडेंस में, अटेंडेंस में नाम नहीं है सर।
बंसल जी आपको पूछ रहे हैं, या
हाँ,
we may talk after this. Okay, कोई
शुक्ला जी
बात
बाद में बात करते हैं, पहले कंप्लीट कर लेते हैं।
Yeah.
यस सर, प्लीज कंटिन्यू।
So yeah, valuation of land, it is the most puzzling element in the valuation. While you are doing the valuation of any infrastructure industry, it is not just up to the thermal power plant. You are doing the valuation of a steel plant, you are valuation of the cement plant. Yeah, you are doing valuation of a road or anything. Okay, why? Because we cannot compare the value of a land, but the pricing of the adjoining land, which is available for the sale. Because any in an open land, surrounding land, you cannot build the plant. Okay, for the development of the plant, you have to go for the lot of processes, and according to the locational advantage, disadvantage, environment clearance, you will get the permission. So directly adjoining lands, pricing of the adjoining, you cannot convert in the value of a subject land. Okay, so rather than going metrics of the cell comparisons, we are suggesting the method of the cost. Yeah, method of the entire plant. Okay, that's why many times this classification or say segregation of the cost is more important. As I told, they have done the valuation of only land 1600 crores. So plant become unviable. No one will make an interest for the purchase of plant as a 2,500 crore rupees. Okay. If you are not finding the seller nearby in the range, so what is the matter thing of your value? आपने जो value दिया कागज पे लिखा, उसका मतलब क्या है? It is just one paper. सही है, तो आपकी वैल्यू ऐसी होनी चाहिए जहां पे ट्रांजेक्शन में प्रोबेबल हैपन। या आपने 100 दिया है, कोई 105 में बोले या 95 में बोले, दैट इज अ डिफरेंट थिंग। देयर वन रेंज इज ऑलवेज एडॉप्टेड। सो जब भी आप वैल्यूएशन करें, कीप इन द माइंड के एडजस्ट अकॉर्डिंग टू द कैरेक्टरिस्टिक ऑफ लैंड। आपकी बाजू वाली जो नॉन एग्रीकल्चर लैंड है या एग्रीकल्चर लैंड है, it is a not same characteristics of a subject land. Okay. So you can go with the cost approach, you can go with the market approach, and you go with the income approach. You have to study about the historical transactions of the land and land available for the development for a power plant, not another utility, because you are doing the valuation of land of the power plant. Power plant बन सकता है कि नहीं बन सकता है, तो that price of the land is a meaningless for us to take as a references for the valuing it. Okay, then we have to study the highest and best use. That is the main, because your market value always subject to highest and best use. That is a physically permissible, legally permissible, financially affordable, and economic viable. Particularly when you are doing the valuation of the any industrial land. So what is the challenge is, you will find that is a first large parcel of land is not available for the sale. You are not finding the recorded transactions that is recorded in the recent past. Okay. plant is available in the developed area or rural area or SIR or SEZ, where there is a lot of restrictions related to the ownership of land and transferability of the land. So transferability and restriction uses is there. Cost or price trend of the land, industrial outlook or cycle. Today, if you are valuing gas power plant, no one is ready to purchase in India gas-based power plant. Many power plant available for sale from the last 3 or 4 years. Then also no one is looking interested, right? Gas-based power plant become a 100% obsolete for the Indian economy as on today. So what is the value of land? कोई खरीदने के लिए तैयार नहीं है तो वैल्यू ऑफ लैंड कैसे आएगी? नो वन इज शोइंग इंटरेस्ट. तो बड़े बड़े मशीन या बिल्डिंग की तो भूल ही जाओ. Yeah, if open land without the characteristic of gas-based power plant has a value, but land married with land and building with characteristic of gas-based power plant has no value. See? So discount for the allied structure or large parts of land. So in a power plant, we are finding that major portion of land allotted based on the specific use and restricted transferability. Today, even you will find that that land allotted by the central government or state government for the solar power plant, they are giving for the specific use, you have to develop solar power plant only and restricted transferability. You cannot sell this land to the anyone. You can sell this land with the entire plant only. आप solar plant बनाओ, then पूरा solar plant के साथ में आप land बेच सकते हो. आप open land you cannot sell. आपके पास surplus बची तो आपको state government या central government को वापस करने की. So if restriction of transferability, how will be a land value of land there be? So there is a now value of land in a value in use only. If there is a no value in use, value is a 0. Okay, so as a valuer, we have to think beyond little bit more about its characteristic of land while valuing the power plant land. Okay, then value of a building. So before the building, we have one approach only. That's the cost approach. Okay, so pricing of the material, labor, and other elements we have to study. Design and material. We can classify the building as a plant building or non-plant building. Non-plant building, but those building which are for the day-to-day operations or administration purpose only. Challenges, particularly for a hydropower station. A civil structure. The challenge for the any common valuers. If you have not a specific knowledge how to construct a dam or design of the dam or specification of the dam, too much challenges. Okay. Same thing in a valuation of a solar plant and wind farm. There is no building. Solar plant may hardly you will find a building, one building as a control. In a wind, you will find a no building. Right? There is a one control room, but it is a centralized control room. It is not own property of the owner of the windmill. Turbine building of the thermal power plant. You cannot develop the value by the how much per square meter or square feet. What for that you have to require detailed quantity survey according to the capacity of the turbine. Okay, so specific superstructures is a challenge for the valuation. आप डैम में ऐसा नहीं बोल सकते कि डैम कवर 1 acre construction, so 1 acre into 1 lakh equal to 1 crore value of a building. Never. So yeah. Then for that you require the detailed quantity survey method, that is a cost per cube meter. Yeah, unit rate, that is for the non-plant building, that is a rate per the unit area. But detailed quantity survey method is always challenge. Understanding of map and structure is always challenge for the specific types of industrial buildings. Yes, so plant and machinery ये तो बहुत easy है, सभी को आ जाता है. You can do with the income approach, cost approach, market approach. You required market survey of pricing of the machinery with necessary elements. But yeah, that is a discuss technology evolutions. Okay, in a thermal power plant, we can say conventional power plant to subcritical power plant to critical power plant. Okay, in a solar plant, we say monopoly to poly, poly to multi-layer polythene silicon wafer. There's a fifth generations of the silicon wafer now available from the 1 decade. Efficiency is almost increased by the 60 to 70% in a new film compared to the 10 years old film. So it's a technology effect. Okay, wind turbine. Wind turbine, windmill, it is an evolution. Okay, and initially we have 0.5 megawatt, then we find the 0.8 megawatt, then 1 megawatt, 1.25 megawatt, 1.5 megawatt, 2 megawatt, 2.1 megawatt. Up to this, we have reached in India 3.3 megawatt max. So what is the issues? Issue is that if any windmill below the 2 megawatt, its efficiency is quite low. Any windmill above the 2 megawatt, its efficiency or say capitalization is quite good. There is a technological difference. So when we are doing the valuations, we have to know about series or hierarchy or generations of the machine. Okay, blindly we cannot do. So we can classify our machine as a core machinery, utility machinery, electrical installations, particularly for this power plant. Now challenge is, it is related to the current cost pricing. Cost vary from the location, just we discuss in the hydropower stations, even in a wind turbine also. In South India, wind turbine available at the higher price compared to the North India. Okay, same company, same technical specifications. And this difference is in the range of the 20 to 25%. Okay. Then availability of the incentive, particularly in a renewable energy sources, government policies that support again the renewable policy. Today, government do not support the thermal policy, coal-based power plant. Okay, if they make the compulsion of FGD, almost more than 70% power plants shut down. Okay, they say no. From the next day, just like they are issuing the order related to the plastic use. Okay, from the next day, you cannot use the plastic cups or below some density plastic. Same thing may happen, but these are different issues. We are not facing that. So you can match method. You can do valuation by the DCF, cell comparison method, or DRC method. Right? That is a depreciated replacement cost method. So keep in the mind, by values are not fact. Okay, many times as a valuer, we are saying that okay, it is my opinion, but it is not like your value based on the sixth sense. Okay, so values are not fact, but opinion given on the basis either most probable price paid. What is the value now? Asset or liability exchange. For what? For a balance economic available, benefit available to an asset. Why someone is paying? What is the value? Why someone is paying? Because how much balance economic available in the asset. If no economic balance benefit available in the asset, no one will pay a single penny. I give the example, gas power plant. There is no one buyer purchaser today. So value is that most probable price आपको find करनी है based on the some evaluation कि जो asset और liabilities है वो exchange हो, change of hand हो, based on the balance economic benefit. Okay, based on not asset characteristics. Yeah, any question?
Sir, one question.
हाँ बोलिए.
Sir, how to factor when we do the valuation of land for any industrial building or any house, sir, how to factor the land of that industry or that built up house with the vacant land, like with the usage or like, सर लाइक अगर सर कोई मानो एग्रीकल्चर लैंड 1 करोड़ की है और उसी पे किसी के पास डीडीपी का एनओसी है एडजॉइनिंग लैंड पे एंड a right shall be set up over there. So sir, how to value? I think we should not take 1 CR for that value.
Any value of a land is based on the highest and best use. It is not based on the what in the surrounding pricing of a land. Highest and best use is that is a technically possible, legally permissible, financially affordable, and economic viable. If surrounding pricing, land of pricing has the same characteristic of land, then and then only surrounding price of surrounding land price you can adopt as a price of your land, convert into the value. Okay, so if highest and best use characteristics differ, so you cannot adopt the same thing, and therefore you can go with the income approach valuations. Yeah, you can go for the market approach valuations. So there is a no thumb rule or linkage factor. If by बाजू वाली एग्रीकल्चर लैंड है उसका 1 करोड़ है and my land is a NA, so what is the conversion factor? 1 करोड़ का कितना acceleration मैं करूं? If you find for that simply, so almost all state had the Raddy-Reckner rate or gentry line or guideline rate, all that. What is the difference between the ratio of the agricultural land and non-agricultural land? Many times it is a 4 to 5 times. Okay, in a Gujarat, I have found many times into the 10 to 15 times. But when I'm going to convert my agricultural land to the non-agricultural land, as per the government guidelines, I have to pay 25% or as a premium for a land. What is a guideline or gentry rate? Okay, but for a conversion, whatever the length of time and other costs are involved, that you have to evaluate, that you have to convert in a value, time value of money. Samjhe? So there is a no multiplying factor. But
Yes,
what
sir.
is the cost of conversion in respect of time and money that you have to convert? And you will get the permission or not. Again, that is a, if it is a, as a town planning development, yeah, master plan is available, then respective permissions may you get. If such a type of permissions, yet town planning, development plannings are not done till date, then it is depend on the requirement of the tehsil and district. So your tehsildar or collector may convert your land if looking suitable. Sahi hai? So always there are some guidelines, but accounted and unaccounted monies differ in terms of you are going to tehsildar or going to collector for the conversion order. Otherwise, official charges are little bit lower. That is described in the order of the collectors or tehsildar mein. Wahan pe mil jayega how much premium you have to pay compared to the guideline rates. Yeah, market value of a land in many states, they have already described market value of the land directly. According to the market value of land, you have to pay the premium. Okay, so no thumb rules, no conversion rate. Location, everything is vary in the valuation. Circumstance to circumstance, purpose to purpose valuations. All the situations are differ. So you have to work as a wise valuer rather than prototype valuer. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
So, yeah. Now, yeah, we will discuss more, but let's first me a complete race part. So here we are going to do valuations of case study. There is a solar plant we are comparing the two plants and comparing the values also. Okay, so both capacities almost same. One established in the 2012 and one established in 2017. Both has the purchase price agreement for the 25 years. For the 25 years, tariff rate it is a for first 15 years 15 rupees and for rest year 10 rupees. इसका जो tariff rate है, okay, both characteristic is same. Tariff rate is a differ. इसका जो tariff rate है 5.35 rupees for 25 years. There is no breakdown. PLF almost दोनों का same है. Now we are doing the valuations by the cost approach. Okay, so value of land plus value of building and value of plant and machinery. Okay, so when we are doing the valuation of plant 1, so land value is the 7.51, building 15.56, machinery the 7.58. So that's based on the current cost and replacement cost we are finding land value. So your value come 2.61 megawatt per crore. Same we are doing so what the valuation of a plant 2. So it is little bit new plant. So its depreciation will little bit lower. So it value little bit higher. Okay, so for old plant with the same capacity, okay, we get the by the cost approach 2.61 crore. For plant 2 by cost approach, we are valuing the land, we are valuing the building, we are valuing the plant and machinery. We can 170. There's a 3.41 crore. Okay. So it is the right valuation. सही किया? सही है ना? Okay, same thing we are now doing for the income approach. Okay, so we are doing valuation of the plant 1. Okay, जिसका पहले 15 साल के लिए टैरिफ रेट 15 रुपया था और बाकी के लिए 10 रुपया था. Okay, उसका जो PLF था दोनों का सेम ही है. So we are projecting the revenues. Okay, we are projecting the expenditure. So we get the profit before depreciation and interest and tax. We get the profit before tax. We get the PAT. We get the free cash flow. And this free cash flow we convert into the present value using the suitable discount rate, that is a 9%. And we get value of 500 crore for a plant 1. Okay, what will we get value here? 130 crore for a plant 1. Okay, by income approach we get 105 crores. Same we are doing for the plant 2. Okay, so same the revenue based on the available PF 25 के लिए उसका जो 5.25 rupees था वो. So we find the revenue, expenditure paid and find the value 2.2 मतलब 227 crore, almost half of this value. अब कोई खरीदने वाला किस प्राइस पे खरीदेगा या बेचने वाला किस प्राइस पे बेचेगा, इट इज अ मैटर. कोई भी ये कॉस्ट अप्रोच पे तो सोचता ही नहीं. If you are looking for sale or purchase, no one looking based on the cost approach. Everyone looking based on the income approach. सही है. So I am comparing this. अब बताइए what is the original value? Okay, so one cost approach you are getting a 2.61 megawatt per crore. By the income approach you get the 10 crore per megawatt. For the second plant, by the cost approach you get the 3 crore per megawatt, and by the income approach 4.5 crore per megawatt. Which value you will deliver in report?
देखिए, दिस इज द ओनली वर्क ऑफ अ वैल्यूअर. यही आपका काम है और यही हमने करना है.
Okay, for
कोई
again
गलत भी होगा तो सोचना तो चाहिए. आप गलत भी हो सकते हैं, नो नीड टू वरी. लेकिन अभी तो हम प्रैक्टिस ही कर रहे हैं, लेकिन ये आपको आंसर कुछ ना कुछ जरूर आपके माइंड में क्लिक होना चाहिए. यस सर, प्लीज कंटिन्यू.
Okay, same thing now I am मेरे पास में कंफ्यूजन है कॉस्ट अप्रोच या इनकम अप्रोच से. तो मेरे रिपोर्ट में क्या दूं? दोनों वैल्यू बाय अप्रोच इज अ राइट. अब आई एम लुकिंग गोइंग सम मार्केट अप्रोच, मतलब मार्केट में जाता हूँ और मुझे क्या मिलता है. So I find some transactions related to the solar plant and find these transactions. So recently transactions, many transactions are happening day-to-day basis for the solar plants. Okay, so you find that आज की current date में अगर मैं नया solar plant डालने जाता हूं तो उसकी costing आती है 4 crore per megawatt, but I am finding that जो major plant है उसका ट्रांजेक्शन हुआ है इन रेंज ऑफ द 6, 5, 10, 13, मतलब अबोव द 6 करोड़ पर मेगावाट. So this transaction based on the cost approach or market income approach?
The income approach.
Income approach. So what is your answer? Should be in report.
Income approach.
It's a revenue generating property, so it preferable thing should be income approach.
Should be an income approach.
Income generating property.
Income generating property, both base suitable approach is a income approach. Even your market approach give the support to the income approach. Okay, if you find whatever the highlight, the recent 2 transactions, अगर वो transactions की detail देखेंगे, so this KKR company has acquired the 50 megawatt solar plant with the Godavari Power enterprise value. This is 665. Okay, why? PPA था 25 years के लिए at the price of 12 rupees. That's why he pay the higher. That's why he pay, कितना पे किया उसने per megawatt? 13 rupees, 13 crore per megawatt, which is almost 3 times than a new asset, new plant. Okay, same the Torrent Power acquired a 50 megawatt solar plant at a 460 crore. Why? Because rupees 5.5 megawatt का उसके पास purchase price agreement था about for the 20 years. And if you convert this to in using the income approach, then only you are getting the right picture about the value of asset. Okay. So you have to go with all the 3 approach, and based on the 3 approach, you have to conclude in your report. And whenever the justifications required, you can prove this, okay, why I delivering this in my report. Okay, as per the IBS, you have to conclude in your report with the 1 approach only. But why you select the specific approach for your reported value? So your backup should be there for it, part of a report. Okay, same we are doing the same thing. There's a plant, is a thermal power plant, 500 megawatt, 500 megawatt, established for the same years. One has a PPA, purchase price agreement है, इसके पास purchase price agreement नहीं है. इसका जो purchase price agreement है जो 3.75 पैसा, और इसने जो बेचा है, whatever the electricity generated, वो जो बेचा है through the discom or the exchange, it is a rupees 4.35. इसका जो PLF है, due to the secure PEBF, it is 55, और इसका जो PLF है, it is 30. Okay. So when we are delivering the cost approach simple है. Okay, दोनों की वैल्यू ऑलमोस्ट सेम आएगी क्योंकि दोनों प्लांट के ईयर ऑफ एस्टेब्लिशमेंट सेम है. So दोनों की कॉस्ट आई 5 करोड़ per megawatt. When I am looking this same thing by the income approach, so income approach से मेरी जो पहले प्लांट की वैल्यू आई, it is a 3000 crore only. If we divided by the 500, is come into the 6 something. और दूसरे प्लांट की जो मेरी वैल्यू आई, it is hardly 1700. If I divide it is a hardly by 3 crore rupees per megawatt. Okay, so what I conclude, मतलब मेरे पास cost approach से 5 megawatt for the first plant, second plant का 6 crore per megawatt. So your cost approach here is supported by the income approach. Cost approach is supported by the income approach. भाई कोई लेने वाला 5 करोड़ देने को लिए तैयार होगा क्योंकि इनकम से 6 करोड़ आ रहा है. But for the plant 2, your cost approach is do not supported by the income approach. So यहाँ पे जो खरीदने वाला होगा they will not give you a cost of the plant. They will give you a income of the plant as a value. भाई इतने में बेचना है तो बोल. Otherwise, I am not interested. Okay. And same thing, you can go for the market approach also. So some transactions there are happening in the recently. Okay, it's majorly Adani Power has purchased very few transactions in the IBC. There's a liquidation transactions. So you have to idea, okay, by what is happening in the market and what I have to deliver as a part of our reports. Okay, so these are the case studies. Okay, in absence of okay, देखिए ये IBC case, Athena Chhattisgarh Power Limited. It has a 2 plant. One plant is a 80% complete. 2 plant is a 30% complete only. मतलब uninstalled plant. Sorry, unsynchronized plant. उसका बाकी है अभी operations. So they are no fetching any buyer in the market. Okay, they have started the auction from 1500 crore. They have reached at the 500 crore. Then also they are not finding any buyers. So there is a no value of the asset. Okay, asset to tip top padi hai, unconstructed hai, but nowadays, why no buyer is there? Nowadays, there is a no trend in a private sector. There is a no trend of the development of the thermal power station. अगर आपको ये बात चीज पता है कि आज के दिन में कोई भी प्राइवेट प्लेयर थर्मल प्लांट नहीं बनाता है, और when you are doing the valuation, you can rightly conclude कि भाई इतनी वैल्यू नहीं आएगी, इसका तो अब स्क्रैप से ज्यादा नहीं आएगा, बिकॉज ट्रेंड एंड डेटा सोर्स कि भाई लास्ट 6-7 साल से किसी प्राइवेट प्लेयर ने थर्मल पावर प्लांट नहीं बनाया. नो वन इन इंटरेस्टेड. 2015 से वो इंटरेस्ट चला गया है कि कोई प्राइवेट प्लेयर थर्मल प्लांट बनाए. So you can gather the data, you can use the data in the valuations and deliver the value. Okay, so you have support. Same thing when there is a Vandana Vidyut, almost it is a ready plant, but unsynchronized plant. Unsynchronized मतलब erection commissioning complete, but plant start नहीं हुआ था. Issue is a PPA, purchase price agreement. They have not. They have do the 14th attempt to sell. Okay, अभी एक और attempt बढ़ गया होगा because this I prepared before a 3 or 4 month. So एक attempt और बढ़ गया होगा. And this 270 megawatt government land building plant and machinery ready to sell at 200 crore rupees, मतलब less than 1 crore per megawatt. No value of asset. Plant operation में नहीं है और PPA purchase price agreement नहीं है. Nowadays, no private player interested to purchase any plant, thermal power plant. Those who are incomplete or those who have not a purchasing power agreement. Okay, so your macro study first that we have discussed, it is a give a lot of input on reports. Okay, so always when you're delivering the value, always there is some market risk. The risk that is exposure, honor of the asset, potential future losses due to the any reason. This can be caused by the various factor affecting either assets itself or the market in which it is traded. Okay, so thermal power plant के लिए आज threat और risk है solar and wind. May in the future for the petrol, hydrogen energy is a risk. So when we are doing the valuation, all the factors we have to keep in the mind and should be a part of the as a part of the valuation uncertainty. Valuation uncertainty part of our IBS, International Valuation Standard. When you are reporting anything, you have to describe a little bit about the valuation uncertainty. There is a possibility that valuer profession opinion set of value of the asset may differ from the price that could be achieved in the transfer of the asset as a value date, assuming all market conditions and variables remain constant. अगर कोई चीज differ नहीं होती, तो ये वैल्यू है। अगर कुछ चीज डिफर हो जाती है तो मेरी वैल्यू अफेक्टेड। तो ये तो इट मे बी अ economic or financial crisis, it may be a technical crisis, it may be a political or legal or regulation crisis, it may be a market crisis, it may be a many times we adopt the wrong approach or wrong valuation method, or we adopt the wrong inputs for valuation. Okay, risk to hai, but we have to take care of the risk. Yeah, so here I'm concluding. So for the valuation process, you required analysis of market and marketability before reaching your reported values. Okay, so ये market and market analysis या micro identification and macro identification should be a practice of valuer, or should be a in a blood of a valuer. Okay, we are not doing the valuation based on the sixth sense. Yeah, we are not doing the valuation based on some numerics. Okay, by into, divide, into, minus, plus, it's a value. Never. Okay, we require the evidence, we require the figures, we require the occurrence or events, and based on that, we can deliver the value in our report. Okay, so anyone looking at question answers, so we can discuss here. Yeah, we have already much time. Yeah, अब तो ऐसा लगा है छोड़ो तो मजा आए.
So friends, any doubt or any question related to the subject?
Sir,
हाँ बोलिए.
after seeing these case studies, most of us felt the income approach is suitable, and it is also every time you are telling, even during our training, 50 hours training ka time pe ya har CAP pe. And what I found for some of my close people, where it was not for the official purpose, unofficially for the valuation, our family, they are not able to give a cash flow for 10 years. So from where normally we get, how we get this cash flow?
So normally for that you have to study the annual reports or production data. If annual reports is not available, production data of the last 3 years or 5 years. From that, you can develop the forecast, the next future revenue generations. Okay, so normally I am not finding any power company that not making a record of the production data, record of the PPA, and record of the revenue or expenses. When nowadays this all data available on the network only, internet पे भी all data are available, but it's required little bit time consuming. So how much company government has pay as an average tariff to the specific power producer, all data is available. If we were not find from the client, we can find from the websites. Okay, but all is available. So we have to make we have to try on the DCF. इतना ये नहीं है कि we cannot do. Simple कुछ formulas है, 10-12 formulas है that we have to keep in the mind. और जब आप स्टडी करते हो, पूरा मार्केट का दिमाग में आता है, तो DCF become too easy. But we are not studying the entire market. We are studying only the subject asset, and that's why DCF become difficult. कि भाई आगे क्या होगा. अगर आगे पूरा मार्केट हमने पढ़ा मैक्रो इकोनॉमी में, माइक्रो एनालिसिस में, now we know that कि भाई आगे क्या होने वाला है little bit, और that data also support us. जो हम प्रिडिक्ट कर रहे हैं, that data also support us. So it is very easy. Okay, someone एक one है. Yeah, so it is very easy to predict the future. मतलब future cash flows क्या रहेंगे, expenditure क्या रहेंगे. Basis on that you can develop the DCF. But mostly we are comfort with the cost approach, because cost approach, it is some addition, some multiplication, and some division only.
But the accuracy is in this, sir. We have found many times. Definitely, those who have seen this presentation, definitely they will not dare to do that cost approach. And what we have seen is the difference of second case study, where with the income approach, we have got a less value. And definitely that is going to be totally wrong decision of the valuer while giving the report.
My simple sentence is that we have to not look at the one perspective. We have to not say by seller ko kitna, buyer at which price buyer is ready to pay. It is your value, not at which price seller has to ready to sell. Say value, what is it? At which price buyer is ready to purchase. It is a value in view of a buyer. Seller to अपनी price मतलब अपनी property, everyone look like a Taj Mahal. भाई सही है. And to approach a different approach, give the support to the each other. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Sir, in the example that you gave for where there was a clash of value between 1,000 crore and 2,500 crore between two valuers, did you use these two more than these all approaches together or no?
Yeah, of course. Say yeah. Income value, what comes near about the 970 crore, 970 crores. And so we give the value nearby 1,000 crore, that is 970 crores, because no one is ready to purchase the plant in a market more than 800 crore. Why 800 crore? Because they are also looking their profit. If I am purchasing at the 1,000 crore and I am receiving 1,000 crore by the income approach, what is my profit? So that is a one good base for the negotiation, 1,000 crore and 800 crore. But it is not good base at 2,500 crore and 800 crore.
Sir, after buying at 1,000 crores or 800 crores, does the NCLT allow change of the land use thereafter, so that the difference between
it is for
1,000
the not NCLT. It is not for an NCLT. So it is not like that you are registered valuer means of you have to do cases of the NCLT only. Under the Company Act also, nowadays registered valuer is only and only required. Okay, if you are doing the valuation under the any Company Act, that for the transaction purpose, that for the purchase price allocation purpose, that for the resettlement purpose, or that may be a disclosure of the asset purpose, yeah, say transfer purpose. So that is a lot of sections are there, 8 to 9 sections are there. Under that, they are looking only the registered valuer. Okay.
So whenever there is a high value given due to the income approach, is that not an inefficient use of capital? Because in the example you said 13 crore per megawatt, the pension fund or somebody is buying a solar plant because of the PPA instead of 4 crores. And they don't want to work towards setting 3 megawatt, instead they are buying 1 megawatt at 13 crores. Is it not a wrong use of capital? Efficient, it is an inefficient use of capital.
No. Purchaser or investor are not looking the present, they are looking the future. Okay, so whatever the benefit available, if we go, there in a two example, one of this KKR and one of this Torrent Power, instead of purchasing the thermal, he go with the solar power plant. One of they give the around of 500 crore and one else gave the 700 crore rupees to purchase the 50 megawatt power plants. So advantage is there, day-to-day operation cost is a null, yeah, minimal. And second thing, you are getting a ready to use from the next day, you are getting a income. While you are going for the development of a plant, you have to require the time length of 1 year or 1.5 years for the 50 megawatt power plant. For the development, almost consume 18 months. And you have to think about the day-to-day working for the 18 months. Okay, so again, when you are developing the new power plant, your PPA will be according to the today's conditions. Okay, as today you will not get any PPA agreement at 12 rupees or 5 rupees. You will get the PPA of 280 or 3 rupees. So you are earning in a future, so you are paying in a present.
Sir, may I?
कोई भी.
Sir, I would like to share my personal experience. We have done one valuation for solar plant in Karnataka. I mean, in power purchase agreement, there were some loopholes because of political change. With that loophole, there were, I mean, we don't know whether it was for exploitation or anything, but the tariffs were reduced drastically up to 50%. And anyway, the promoters are fighting in Supreme Court right now. But the case was bank has taken only cost approach. Luckily, there was no issue for the valuer or anyone. But I suggest to be very cautious in doing this type of solar power plant valuations, so that no valuer will be under trouble. It was my personal experience. 10 years back.
It is a good example. Okay,
Yes.
same type of one more cases that is related to the one of the company who is in a infrastructure company. So past government has a section all the plans or all the scheme allotted to the one infrastructure company, and as a new government come, he cancel all the orders to the company which is given by the old government. So it may be a political cases. So there is a but uncertain. Lastly, we have mentioned valuation uncertainty.
So that
Okay,
is, I mean, my
that is
riders
a part
have
of
saved
that.
me, sir. Actually, to be honest, my
Yeah.
riders, I've clearly said we have, I mean, bank to approach only cost approach, because income approach may be very volatile because
Very
of the political crisis or any time. That riders have saved me actually.
सही है. या बंसल जी कोई नहीं है तो हम भी घर चले. कहाँ गए बंसल जी? कुछ कहे चले गए.
सर
Yeah.
टाइम हो गया.
पटेल जी, जो अभी आप वो वेदांता वाला का बता रहे थे कि 465 करोड़ से 200 करोड़ तक वैल्यू डाउन आ गया, और उसमें आपने बोला कि मैंने अभी 2-3 महीने पहले किया था, इट वाज अबाउट 210 करोड़, नाउ इट वुड हैव कम डाउन. तो आई जस्ट वांटेड टू नो वेदर ऑल दोस 4-5 वैल्यूएशंस वर डन बाय यू और वर दोस डन
नहीं
बाय.
नहीं भाई नहीं, हम ऐसे वैल्यूएशन नहीं करते. नहीं, it is a case study actually. So when you are doing the market survey, what is available for the sale, for the references, when you are doing the valuation of the similar type of the plant. So after gathering all the data, actually you are getting the sense what's happening in the market. Okay, so it is not done by our, but it is a data collected for the reference of the another valuations. What's are going in the market. If I am appointed by the someone else plant who's under the IBC and liquidation process and same thermal plant, so but obvious I have to study, is any thermal plant in the IBC which is a sold out or not sold out. If sold out, why sold out, and when sold out, it's not sold out, why not sold out. So that data give me a confidence in my report. If what I have to do now based on the whatever the evidence available of a fast events.
Okay, but actually I faced the same problem once. Means I evaluated a property for about 345 crores, right? But the bankers told me to evaluate it up to 385 crores, considering this, because the last valuation they had received was about 450 crores, right? And they told that we couldn't auction that property at 450 crores, but we cannot have that low value drastically. So one value you give us of 385 or 375 crores, and after 6 months you can evaluate the same property at 335 crores.
Yeah. So banker has, lender has their own issues actually. Okay, well, first thing that lender cannot drastically downgrade value. Yeah, when I am lending 100 rupees to someone, always I will try to recatch maximum. So property value is 100 rupees. I will try 90 rupees. I will try 80 rupees. I will 70, 60, but I will not go directly to the 25 rupees. I know that at 25 rupees, my property will sell down. but I will try 190, 80. May market change or may some buyer come at the 60, 40, the whatever it is my benefit. But again, particularly for the plant and machinery, when this delay is happening, actually your property going a more deteriorate and losing more value. But it is a technical issues of the procedure of bankers or lenders. Okay, they cannot go for the one-time sale. They have to wait and watch, recover, maximize the process of the maximize recovery. So that is the way.
Why is that they also knew it, and I also knew it, that the property is not going to be sold at the price they are asking. So another 6 months.
नहीं मतलब that is a fact कि मुझे पता है, banker को भी पता है, lenders also know, but they are trying to maximum recovery. So they were making a one more effort. He failed one more effort. Because that is a procedure that you have to follow as per the specific bank guideline or RBI guideline. If 100 rupees property I put at the first attempt I put the sale is a 25 rupees and sold out. Okay, property sold out. But now there's a questions about the banker's intents. Why you sell 100 rupee property at 25?
So in that case, we cannot give the higher value.
And destroy
Sir,
the
we cannot give the higher value in that case, no?
Sorry,
Even if the bankers want, we cannot give the higher value.
नहीं higher value की बात नहीं हो रही है.
हाँ.
It's a what a why banker are asking a higher value, because they have to follow their rules and guidelines.
Yeah, but that is true. If we give the higher value, that will not be justifying our
Yeah,
production.
we have to not do anything.
Yeah.
We have to do the price.
This is the
at
answer I
which
wanted to give to him. Yeah.
The price
We
at which
cannot give the higher
market
value.
will absorb the property. वो
Yeah.
प्राइस जिस पे मार्केट में कोई खरीदार खड़ा हो, प्रोबेबल प्राइस, वो प्राइस हमें एज ए वैल्यू देनी है.
Point was not giving higher value of the property. Point was only the matter of discussion was only this, that why that much
Okay,
value.
okay. Good. Thank you.
Thank you, Patel sir. Thank you.
या वेलकम. चलिए बंसल जी खत्म करते हैं.
Thank you, Sanjay. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Good
Yes, sir.
discussion. Good discussion, sir.
Thank you very much, sir, for this valuable and very, very knowledgeable session. I think all might have gained a lot from this session, and the PPT will be provided to you in a link to be sent in your group within 2 or 3 hours, and you will be enjoyed. And
कल
okay, no problem, sir. कल आपको yes sir कल आपको लिंक ग्रुप में शेयर कर दिया जाएगा. इन केस अगर आपको कोई डाउट या कोई क्वेश्चन है तो आप मेरे पर्सनल चैट पे भेज सकते हैं. मैं संजय सर को फॉरवर्ड करके आंसर लेने की कोशिश करूंगा. एंड इन केस after completing the technical session, we will have a 10 minutes of interacting session of the organization, and then we will adjourn the meeting. Thank you very much, sir. Sanjay sir, are you there?
हाँ मैं यही हूँ.
Sanjay sir.
हाँ.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir. For very, very knowledgeable and valuable session being delivered by you. Highly grateful to you, sir. Thanks for sparing your valuable time for this. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, thank you everyone. Have a good day.